Windows 8.1 Basic Overview. In Windows 8, you'll start out in the desktop view just like you normally would in earlier versions of Windows. You have your Network Navigator, your desktop icons, and your taskbar. The Start button looks a little bit different. If you click on that, you see the Start menu. And there's an item here that we will take a look at later called the Start screen, which is new for Windows 8. If we go to Windows Explorer, which is now called just Explorer or File Explorer, the default location, instead of being My Computer, it's now called This PC. There's a quick access toolbar with tools that you can add to that. There's another toolbar over here to the right with delete, properties, and this one is sending the files as email attachments. So any files that are selected down here, you click on this button and it creates an email message with those items as attachments. There are ribbon tabs up at the top with all of your different choices there. To do a search in Windows 8, just press the Windows key and S and then put in your search term. You can narrow down your search if you'd like. Anytime you need to get back to the desktop view, you can press just the Windows key on your keyboard, and it will give you the view of the Start menu just like this. And a tip in Internet Explorer: if you're on a website that is not loading properly, you can go to the Tools, Compatibility View Settings, and add that current website and close. And the website should load normally after that, so that's something that you can try. If we go to the Start screen, you can add this button as a desktop icon if you hold down Control and just drag it to your desktop. The Start screen is where you can customize the apps tiles for Windows 8, and all of the apps are located by clicking on the down arrow on the apps screen. If you want to bring any of them in, pin to start, we'll bring another one in, pin to start. So you can rearrange these any way you like. You can also create new groups. You can resize them by right-clicking, resize. You can also right-click and choose Customize, and then you can name your groups. If you click on this minus right here, you can rearrange your groups, any groups that you have. Alright, so if we want to go back to the desktop, just press the Windows key. Windows 8 also has what is called hot corners, and if we hover in the lower right hand corner we get the charms bar. You can go to settings and you have other choices there. Depending on what screen you're starting in, you'll get different settings for the charms bar. You can also press Windows key C to pull up the charms bar. And since we have a start button already on our taskbar, going to the lower left doesn't do anything different. But if we were to go to a different screen and hover in the lower left, we get a start button again, and it also, as we hover up on the left side, it shows any open apps plus the desktop. Right now there are no apps that are open, but if I were to open an app and then go back and open another app and open the Internet Explorer app, now I have all these apps. It does not show the active app that's on the screen. It shows the inactive ones plus the desktop. Notice that with apps you don't have menus or toolbars. You can right click to pull up other options. You can also go in the lower right hand corner to the charms bar and settings for that particular app. Let's go back to the desktop, Windows key. By default, the upper left and upper right hand corner of the screen are not enabled for hot corners, but if you would like to enable them, you can right click on your desktop, go to Personalize, Taskbar and Navigation. Under Navigation, you have upper right and upper left. Let's just do upper left. Upper right is a repeat of the charms bar. Upper left gives you more accessibility with switching through the active apps. And choose OK. So now when we hover in the upper left, we see the most recently used app, or in this case the desktop, and then other open apps. So you can quickly go between them, come back up here. Let's say you want to close one of these other ones. You can right click on it from here and choose Close. What if I want to close the Internet Explorer app? It doesn't show it over here, but whichever one is active, I can just go up to the top of it, click, and drag it down, and now it's closed. And those are the basics of Windows 8.1. There's also a document on this topic on the intranet under the Training tab. There's also a document for Windows 8.1 in depth. Thank you.